lightsaber?
Actually, we'll start with that part. There is a Star Wars part. After the big fake ending, everybody's going to kind of scatter, and then they come back in Star Wars gear or any kind of fantasy costume you want. And our weapons are our instruments, so we'll have musical duels, or you can just dance along to whatever's happening. So that's there. Phase 6. There's going to be 9 phases to kind of mirror the 9 phases of life. So the first phase is just conception. Just an idea. So I'll probably come out, kind of wander out, maybe stumble. I shall go, cockapoo. To which people reply, cockapoo. Not everybody has to, just whoever's feeling cockapoo. Yeah.
You reply with a cockaboo to a cockaboo?
Yeah. You can do as you feel. Then after that part, will be just kind of a beginning where a miss. And people start to wander on. Okay, I forgot to mention this is going to take place along Stephen Avenue. The second phase is where the trees are, those big silver trees. Now, as you look at this thing and it unfolds, you're going to end up picking just one kind of phase to be at. You're going to be part of that kind of dance or whatever it is. Although by the 5th one, the big ending, everybody will be part of it, and I'll explain how that works. So the first one, I just kind of wander out, and you get cockapoo. Then you get a misk. People kind of start to wander on. And it's ndo, bo. Ndo, bo. Ndo, bo. And then the last one from Ndobo is moose, deuce. Moose, deuce. Moose, deuce. The moose deuce is our first Animal Crossing.
You know the chick should be moose deuce and all the play.
And as you cross, you can move, of course. That's a good idea, and it's going to change and evolve as we go on. Just kind of the basics. As we cross over into childhood, as we hit the line, there'll be some kihu, or actually maybe some cockagoo, so slowing it down. And it'll be kind of a game. Someone can go, oh, moussoir, and then whoever's there also can repeat, moussoir, moussoir. And so we'll do a kind of game of follow the leader, just for a little bit, and then hopefully the music will kick in after we do kihu. As soon as someone says kihu, that begins the next phase. And this will get clearer and we'll have more stuff. I'm just running it through. But then kihu happens, we get the safety dance song. And then we just dance. But in the middle of the dance, somewhere in the safety song, there'll be a call of freeze. And then you just freeze in whatever position you are. And then you just go until you can't take anymore and you just go, I'm melting, I'm melting.
Flat tire.
And flat tire. So yeah, flat tire, if you ever hear the call flat tire, and that can happen too, you call flat tire, you go tss, and then you sit down and you take a break. So even during these games here, there'll be times where you can just call it and people around you take a break, or not everybody has to. There'll be one specific, everybody flat tire, but we'll get to that. So yeah, so this one's, and then yeah, you know what, we'll go down, we'll take a break. We'll check in with each other, and then we'll cross over. Oh no, wait. I will figure that part out. Anyways, as it's progressing, I'm not going to get into all the moves and all the things, but the idea is it'll be more kind of like a game. If you do an action and you get a people following, it turns into what looks like choreography. And we'll do practices to kind of figure out how that looks and get the flow and the feel. As it progresses, there'll always be an Animal Crossing. And then here comes the fake ending. So I'm skipping 3 and 4 for now. We'll figure that out later. What happens in 5 though? Oh, and just also as we progress through here, and you have your section, you can move back and forth between a block, but keep kind of to your own little bit. And basically how it works is I'm not going to choreography, we're not going to have specific moves. We'll play kind of games as we move through, and I'm going to kind of act as a timekeeper. So when I cross over to the 4th, it'll be kind of section 4. And there's going to be a lot of circles and things and drums in section 4, but we'll talk about that later. But when you get to 5, there's a tim, which you can't see, but I'm moving my legs. You'll see it in other stuff. A tim. And then we'll move into rows. And we can do that on each block, all the way down. And this is where we need some kids. We're hopefully going to work with the kids at St. John's School or maybe a church nearby. There'll be some kids lined up here, facing us, and a couple adults. Safety dance, safety first. Throughout this whole thing, it'll be about safety. So don't, you're not trying to prove anything. Always make sure that you're safe where you're moving and you're not bothering anybody. We're not trying to get in people's face. Just here to have a dance, do things. But when we get here, we're all in kind of a line. Then we call and the kids start off with "This little heart of mine," and the adults go, "I'm gonna let it shine." The kids go, "This little heart of mine," and the adults go, "I'm gonna let it shine." And then all together, you do the "Let it shine, let it shine," and then we go into "Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on." And we'll come up with words.
For
"It won't be long, for I'm gonna need somebody to lean on." And so we'll do 2 verses of that, and then we'll begin probably Canaan song, freedom flag thing. And when that song starts, the kids at this end of this row will start to kind of turn to birds and flick people beside them. And as they do that, they scatter. And the kids will always be facing this way, so they'll see when it scatters this way, it'll be their block, and then they'll go, until the last block, where it's just a bunch of kids and a couple adults, and they stay there, and everybody's gone, and the kids sing the last 3 lines of the song a cappella. Now, when I am older, I will be stronger. They call it blah blah blah. You know the song. So we'll finish it off like a waving flag. They'll bow, and then we'll scatter. That seems like the ending. That's the big fake ending. And then we all come back in our Star Wars gear, or any kind of fantasy thing, your weapons or your instruments, and we just kind of duel around here, playing and dancing. And we'll figure some other stuff for that too. And then after that, I'm probably going to start to do this and gather people behind me. And we'll kind of clear out this circle and then come back into it.
OP.
Like this. And then I'll be in the middle, and we'll stop. And everyone will freeze where they are. And I come to call Tortsu, Tortsu. And if you're not here and you're here, wherever you are, you can if you want, you don't have to, but it's turtle. So you get on your backs, and then it's heads on bellies, and then it'll figure itself out after that. But we'll talk about all this stuff in a lot more detail. That's just a quick summation. All right.